life, real money, and being your best self. I'm your host, Derek Gann, and every Sunday, I'm here to help you think bigger, work smarter, and become unstoppable. You know why? Because around here, we don't chase mediocrity. We dominate and walk in our divinity. This show is about living your 24K life, mastering your mind, money, body, and soul to live boldly and unapologetically at your highest level. Are you ready? Let's lock in. Hey, it's time to lock in. Every opportunity you have to elevate your life is one that you'll never get back. So we need to take advantage of every chance we get. Hey, today is February 15th, and if you're still celebrating Valentine's Day, more power to you. Hey, I'm sending out some love. Shout outs to everyone that shares the joy of the show. You know, the 24K Life Code is based on a principle, a philosophy, a strategy, a lifestyle that I have expressed to the world based on my 30 plus years of managing investment dollars, of teaching fitness classes, of living life and raising kids and being married and all the things that I've learned at a very high level. Now, just because you learned something at a high level doesn't mean it was easy. I'm talking about going through the weeds and the trash and the sticks and the thorns to get to the rose bushes. And I'm here to share with you how you can develop and create your code for success. You know, today's episode is going to be focused primarily on that, on what is your code, what is your standard, what is the standard for your life. If we decide to leave up to society to set our standards individually, we will be lost forever. As you can see day in and day out, you see what's being accepted as the norm, what chaos is being accepted as truth, what lies are being accepted as honesty. And if we decide to live by those standards, there is never a question that we will also be lost. And trust me, I don't want to be lost. I don't want you to be lost. I don't want your kids to continuously grow up into this generation of people being lost. So we're helping you set the standard, 24K style. 24K is not about being rich. It's about setting the standard to the level of gold that's inside of you, that you want to live, that you want to admonish, that you want to share with the world. So you're setting your own standard of what pure gold is. And you are not only receiving that, but you're living it and you're sharing it with the rest of the world. So if you can derive anything that I've shared already during this show, you are the standard. And whatever standard you're living by right this second is a pure reflection of what's inside of you. If you have a mediocre life, that's because you've accepted mediocrity in your life. If you're living a high life, that's because you set your standards high and you expect yourself to live by those standards firstly, and you expect others to follow suit that are in your universe, in your circle. You know, people who live by a high standard are not waiting for cultural permission. You know, society's permission is unnecessary when society is living in chaos, when society is living a double standard, when society is double-faced it, two-faced it, unfaced it, misaligned, unaligned, ill-aligned. There's no reason to look at society. You know what's right, what's wrong. You know what makes good sense to you and what doesn't. The question becomes, are you living by that particular truth? You might know it, but are you living by it? Because one of the biggest things that we all need to do in setting our standard, which I also synonymously call living the code, is to have a set of non-negotiables. You know, there are certain things. I was watching this episode on a podcast about how the government has used historically scientists to manipulate people, to test people, to figure out how far they will actually go. And, you know, the studies are incredible as to what limits people will go through, given some semblance of acceptability. And we know that if you're living just to be acceptable, you're going to be living a long, hard life. It's going to be lonely too, because what's acceptable today isn't going to be acceptable tomorrow. Hey, listen, if you want to participate in the show, reach out to us. You can catch us at 419-972-1922, 419-972-1922, and you can dial in, send us a message, and let us know if you have questions, if you have comments, if you have support, or if you just want to give us a big old heart in the fact that you love the show. We are also broadcasting this live on YouTube. We got a couple people watching. Who's watching? Nobody's commented yet. Send me some hearts. It's Valentine's Day weekend. Send me some hearts if you're on the YouTube channel. And if you're listening, and if you agree to what we're talking about your identity. We're talking about you setting a standard, a code, or your identity for yourself that is above and beyond reproach. And it's above and beyond reproach because it's your standard. You're not living according to what your neighbor is doing. You're not living according to what your boss tells you to do or what your friends expect you to do. You are living according to a code that only you can set, that only you can change, because it is up to you. And I want you to know that you have to keep rising, keep pressing, keep pushing if you want to live a 24K life standard.
Got to understand what happens from here is in our hands. From mighty kingdoms of a distant land, turn the world upside down, yes we can. We just gotta rise up, rise up, rise taking so long? How far is it to get to where we're going? Don't you know together we are strong? We're gonna fight the madness till it's gone. We just gotta rise up, 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 rise
Hey, I hope you're ready to rise up because now is the time. This is the season. This is the moment. Rise up, meet your greatness where you stand. Now, listen, we were talking about your identity. We were talking about setting a code of excellence. We were talking about setting a standard by structuring non-negotiables for yourself. And I'll give you an example. So for me personally, and I don't always keep this, but this is what I'm working hard to do, is to set my standards, to make them non-negotiable. And there's a few that I implement that are not negotiable. But there's some things that you need to improve on. Like maybe you might say, look, I don't eat after 8 o'clock. It's just my standard. It's my rule. It's my non-negotiable. It keeps you healthy. It keeps your body flowing. That might be a non-negotiable for you. For me, one of my non-negotiables that I honor all the time is that I will not go 3 days without a workout. I got to get my body moving. And if I don't work out today and I don't work out tomorrow, I guaranteed have to work out on Tuesday. And it doesn't matter what time, what moment, I will not go to sleep until I get a workout on Tuesday. It's a non-negotiable. You need to set your standard, because here's the truth of the matter. If you don't have a personal code of conduct, you don't need to share it with anybody. If you don't have a personal code of conduct that you live by, that you honor for yourself, then people will give you and you will accept whatever they give you, because there's no parameters of how you live your life. And let's not get it twisted. We teach people how to treat us. You teach strangers by how you allow them to either talk over you, talk around you, ignore you. You don't have to yell. You don't have to scream. You don't have to raise your voice. You can simply walk away. You treat people the way you want to be treated. And if that's with excellence, then that's the excellence you demand also. So make sure that you personally are rising up to the expectation that you set for yourself. And if you don't have an expectation set for yourself, that is the problem, because people will set an expectation for you. And guess what the expectation is if someone else is setting it for you? It's to live up to their standard, not yours. It's to live up to their standard, what they expect from you. And if you're doing that, you're going to always be struggling. There's no way around it. If either you take control or somebody will be in control. That's just my take on it. I've watched this happen time after time. It happens in the animal kingdom. They talk about only the strong survive. Well, they talk about closed mouths don't get fed. We don't have to kick and scream, but you don't have to walk around with your mouth closed. So you do not, by any circumstances, trip and fall into excellence. Excellence is not something that you're born with. Excellence is something that you live by. It is a code, it is a standard that you live by for yourself. And because you're living in that energy, that's the energy that people pick up. They will not say things they normally say around you because of the energy that they pick up from you. And when I say that, I'm simply suggesting to you, have you ever been in a scenario where you've been around people and they just innately know not to swear around you? Like that is unacceptable, communication with you. It's because of the way you speak, it's the way you hold yourself, it's the energy that you have. I remember walking into the bank and as a young man with very little money, and working with the bankers and the tellers, and I understand this is 30 years ago, and they treated everybody relatively nicely. But I also remember walking into the bank many years later when I had a lot of money in the bank, and I walked in, and the tellers greeted me with a Mr. Gant, a Mr. and thank you, and how can we be of further service to you? And they were more engaged because not just that I had more money, because they didn't know strictly by me walking in how much money I had. Yes, I walked into the bank, once a week or so they knew who I was per se. But the change really was the way I walked in. I walked in more confidently. I walked in like I belonged. I walked in like you guys got something of mine that you're taking care of, and I came here to check to make sure that you are managing my things properly. And it's the energy that preceded me in the bank, the energy that I shared as I was engaged in my business at the bank that dictated how the people responded to me. And you have to remember that in order to get that code, in order to get that type of energy, you have to live it. And that means if you're living it, you have to be disciplined over your dopamine. Now, dopamine is the excitement that you get when you get something immediately. That means you're playing the short game. You're not playing the long game. You're playing the short game. That means that you are not engaged in a strategy. You are just trying to get a quick fix. And if you're trying to get a quick fix, it's going to be a little difficult for you to win long term, because short term wins do not add up to long term victories. They add up to minuscule, like, you have to ask yourself, do I want to win the battle or do I want to win the war? Now, battles are all part of the war, but if you win the battle, you can lose all the other ones and lose the war. And what war are you in? You're in a war against the principalities of darkness. And I'm not talking about just the devil. I'm talking about mean, evil, unrelenting people that have no favor for you as you move forward. They're not concerned about you. They are concerned about their power, their might, and what's next on the list for them. When we know that we're here for our families, we're here for ourselves, our families, we're looking to grow. And so when you think about discipline over dopamine, we're really saying that you need to have habits that are greater than motivation, because motivation is fleeting. Now, again, if you're listening to the show, you can reach out to us at 419-972-1922. We're here talking about how you can create the atmosphere in dark times that are going to lead to brighter days. This is about you taking more control over where you are, where you're going, playing the long game, understanding that these short-term bumps will never defeat you unless you let them. If that's the story you're going to tell yourself, they will defeat you. But I'm here to say to you, when you maintain emotional control, you are not letting your energy dip too low. You're not getting too dark, too down, and you're not letting things drag you. You may dip, but you're not staying there when you're in control of your emotions. And it's why your routine, your habits, That is the freedom, because you're creating something that's going to move forward in perpetuity regardless of the obstacles, regardless of the hurdles. You're going to continue to go over, around, under, or through them, and you refuse to let them stop you because you have a routine. And some of those hurdles really cause us a little bit of consternation. They cause us a few problems here and there, because some of those hurdles are things that, like, you get sick. Like for me, if I go out of town and or I get sick and you're not working or you're not working out or you're not in your normal routine, getting sick or being out of town that takes you out of your habits. When you get back, it's not as easy to go right back into your normal habits, your normal routine. So that can set you back. So what you have to do is you have to strategically decide what's going to happen during those moments of interruption. And if you have a habit, if you have a routine, if you have it laid out on paper, that's going to help you get right back into the groove and not get too far off the mark. Hey, this episode is brought to you by Amin Poet Productions. That's AMIN Poet Productions. AminPoet.com is where you can go for all your musical needs when sound is all you have. Listen, go to AminPoet.com. I'm Derek Gant. I want you to know that we are here to help you rise above the fray, live an amazing life, and never look back once you get there. Because if you do, you'll never maintain
I'm sure you've
total
heard the
control.
news. Financial freedom is within your reach, thanks to Derek Gant. With over 25 years of experience, Derek's 24K life philosophy transforms everyday challenges into stepping stones for success. Imagine mastering your finances, setting and crushing your goals, and shifting your mindset to elite levels. Derek empowers you with tools for financial freedom and measurable results. His strategies are crafted to ensure you live the life you've always dreamed of. From his book to engaging workshops and
I woke up blessed this morning. We got that check this morning. I jumped fresh, I'm not gon' stress. I woke up blessed this morning. I woke up blessed this morning. We got that check this morning. I jumped fresh, I'm not gon' stress. I woke up blessed this morning. Got woke by 5 and hit the floor. Got dressed by 6 and hit the door. Kids to school and I'm off to work. And this morning got me feeling like church. The money's new, the lines are blue. The finest jewels, designer shoes. Checks and cash deposits made. Family good and all the bills are paid. So if you woke up this morning, then you win there. You should be smiling and grinning. Really ain't no reason to stress, cause if you woke up this morning, you're blessed. I woke up blessed this morning. We got that check this morning. I jumped fresh, I'm not gon' stress. I woke up blessed this morning. I woke up blessed this morning. We got that check this morning. I jumped fresh, I'm not gon' stress. I woke up blessed this morning.
I woke up blessed this morning. When you got that check this morning. I'm too blessed to be stressed. I stay fresh, you know the rest. My bills stay, half stay. Been working all kind of hours. Boss, I ain't got a lot of problems. All the way up. You know I stay tight on my stuff. If you ain't got a lot of dollars, I'ma be like I'm a holler. Roll with the best, there's one.
I woke up blessed this morning. We got that check this morning. I jumped fresh, I'm not gon' stress. I woke up blessed this morning. I woke up blessed this morning. We got that check this morning. I jumped fresh, I'm not gon' stress. I woke up blessed this morning.
I jump fresh and I jump clean, like I'm in a GQ magazine. 220 on the for my team. Every morning I pray, and I thank him every day. And no matter what the situation, I know he gon' make a way. Hands up if you know you're blessed. Hands up if you ain't gon' stress. Hands up if you're a believer. Now go ahead, flex.
I woke up blessed this morning. We got that check this morning. I jump fresh, I'm not gon' stress. I woke up blessed this morning. I woke up blessed this morning. We got that check this morning. I jump fresh, I'm not gon' stress. I woke up blessed this morning.
Hey, if you woke up blessed this morning, that is a beautiful thing. If you did not, if you woke up stressed this morning, then I need you to do some things for me. Number one, I need you to take a serious look at your evening routine, because what happens when you shut your brain down is it goes to your subconscious. Your subconscious mind takes over while you're asleep, and your subconscious mind only knows what you programmed it to be focusing on. So if you went to bed looking at the news, if you went to bed worried about a problem, if you went to bed wringing your hands or watching social media and watching people get killed, or, back in the day, I used to watch IDTV, and before I went to bed, they were always talking about some spouse killing another spouse, and it started to make me have bad dreams and wake up angry and wake up, pessimistic, looking at, my partner crazy. They're sleeping and I'm looking at them crazy like, what was you doing in my dreams last night? That ain't even cool. But it wasn't my partner. It was me. It was what I was taking in before I went to bed. Sleep is an opportunity for us to regenerate our minds, our bodies. And when you do that, when you go to sleep and your body's supposed to be regenerating, it's supposed to be resting and digging deeper into what you've planted, because that's why I called this episode is Harvest Time, because we've been planting. Hopefully you've been planting good things. It's not harvest season if you haven't. If you've been planting bull, if you've been planting deceit, if you've been planting doubt, if you've been planting fear, don't start harvesting now. You don't want that stuff growing up. We want to replant. We want to go and find clean soil, fresh soil, and plant something new, something more precious to us. And we want to make sure that we're speaking life into our crops. So what I mean by planting is, are you budgeting? Are you budgeting for the future? Are you budgeting? And I'm not talking about always living in the future, but I am suggesting to you, if you spend all of your money today, what are you going to do tomorrow? So you need a budget. You need a budget for the week. You need a budget for this pay period. You need a budget for the month. You need a budget for this quarter. And if you just follow my logic, you need a budget for the year. So don't hesitate to plant better seeds by, at the very least, knowing. See, a budget simply is knowing where your money is supposed to go. Not where it went, where it's supposed to go. If you have a plan and you have a budget, you have lined up where your money's supposed to go. And now the next step, of course, is to implement that budget, to do your absolute best to honor what you said you're going to do with your money. And what that does for you is, when you structure a strategy, when you create a plan, and then you implement that plan, and then that plan comes out as close as possible to what you strategized, that brings you peace, right? Peace as in comfort, the comfort and the peace of knowing what's going to happen. And the more often that you follow a plan and you follow a strategy and you have great results, the more you're going to trust in yourself and in your plan. And the more you do that, the bigger your harvest is going to be. So make sure that you're budgeting. When you put money into an emergency fund, you are planting seeds for chaos in the future. You're planting seeds to cover potential chaos. What does that mean? That means that you're putting money away to keep your peace in the future because something is going to happen. It might not be today, it might not be this month, it might not be this year, but you're planting seeds so that when chaos hits, you have it covered. I can promise you that the number one smile, the number one heartthrob that I get is when clients reach out to me and they tell me how they had this emergency that was expensive AF, but they were able to cover it. They were able to cover it because they had an emergency fund and they didn't have to go rob Peter to pay Paul. They didn't have to go begging. They had the money to cover that emergency. That keeps you in a peaceful state. Do they want to spend the money? No. Every single one of them said, man, I didn't want to spend that money. It really kind of made me mad, but I would have been more upset if I didn't have it to cover this particular problem. And so we want you to be able to have a long-term plan, to plant seeds for emergencies. And we want you to be thinking about the game as discipline, not luck, right? If you discipline your strategy and you win, that's not luck. That's strategy. That's intentionality. That is you taking radical ownership for where you are and where you plan to be, and then following that strategy along the way. Now, when you have that, this is your power, right? See, I know you wonder sometimes, why the higher ups, we'll call them, more people in the government or whatever, why do they seem to have everything that they need? Why are they so hell-bent on delivering darkness? Why are they making it difficult for other people to get benefits? Why, all these whys. And the reality is that at a certain point in wealthy people's lives, the ones that are living in darkness just want more power. They want more power to affect more people. They don't need more money. They're not really looking for more resources. They're looking for more authority and more power, right? So in order to fight that, you need to have and be in your own power. And how you operate in your power is by following some of the strategies that we've talked about over the last couple weeks, which was avoiding the noise. You want to avoid the noise. And so you want to strategically move in silence. You want to get to the point to where you're responding, not reacting. See, when we react, somebody gets sucker punched. Somebody gets hit when you're reacting. But when you're responding, you have calculated the good, the bad, the light, the dark, the consequences of what your next verbiage is going to be, your next action is going to be. And if that happens to be a physical reaction, you at the very least have calculated that and you're ready for whatever the consequences are in order to do that. So what happens is that you're able, because you're in control, because you're in your power, to set your own identity, to set your standard so that you aren't controlled, you're controlling. And it's not about controlling other people. It's about you controlling yourself. There's a scripture that says a man that can control himself is greater than the man that can control a city. Because we don't recognize leadership as being able to lead ourselves first and foremost. There is nothing more powerful. There's nothing more sexy. There's nothing more confident than you being in control of yourself and moving in intentionality. That's where the power is. Hey, if you want to join the show, hit us up, 419-972-1922. We're sharing how to get in your power by structuring a code of excellence that you can live by, that you can work out, that you can figure out because you believe and you know that you were born for greatness. I tell everybody every week that you were called and coded for greatness. And if you don't know that you were called and coded, you were called and coded. You are like a snowflake. You are uniquely and incredibly made. And all you have to do is believe that you were put here for a purpose, that you were designed in excellence, that greatness was put upon you as an anointing. Your job is to tap into what that greatness is. to manifest that greatness, to create that greatness, to push that greatness out to the world, because the world is waiting for you.
People dying for no reason at all. People of God don't even read their Bibles. There's no faith, no trust in the word. But everybody seems to be quoting scripture. It's just another word they heard. Pastors leaving pulpits cause they're tired. It's all based on how we feel. Overheard two people speaking the other day. One said that God's not real, but I'm just one of them old people who's got a hold on. Sometimes I can't see, but I still believe He's taking care of me. Oh, I'm just one of them old people God's got a hold on. And I believe, yeah. I believe, yeah. So I'll choose to look on the brighter side in spite of all the negativity I'm surrounded by. No, it ain't perfect, but that's alright. Cause His hand is on me and it's keeping me alive. So many disappointments, so much I don't understand, so much I don't have answers for. That's what makes me trust You more. In a world that's always changing, everything's rearranging. But no matter what's going on, I'ma be standing, I'ma be holding on. Your truth, their truth, my truth. Your God, my God, our view. All I know is one thing nowadays, is we all need hope, we all need faith. And I'm just one of them old people who's got a hold on. Sometimes I can't see, but I still believe He's taking care of me. Yes, He is. Oh, I'm just one of them old people God's got a hold on. Don't you let go of me, Lord, please. I believe, yeah. Oh, I'm just one of them old people who's got a hold on. Sometimes I can't see, but I still believe He's taking care of me. Yes, He is. Oh, I'm just one of them old people God's got a hold on. I believe.
Hey, do you believe? You know, I can't begin to tell you how I believe that what you believe manifests your life. Like, do you believe you were born and bred for greatness? I believe it. I believe that I was made to deliver a financial message to the world that you don't have to live in poverty. You don't have to succumb to the bull if you live your life according to the greatness that God put in us. And the problem that I always keep reiterating is that people don't understand that you were called and coded, that you were designed for a certain task. My task is to help you figure out how to live outside of the economic slavery that has been presented to us. And yes, I said economic slavery because the truth of the matter is that if you cannot live your life without that paycheck, then you are tied down, committed to someone else's cause. Nothing wrong with working 9 to 5. We all have to do it, but you need to be developing your skill set in that 9 to 5 so that someday you don't need the 9 to 5. You're working towards that end. You're keeping your expenses low. You're keeping your cash flow high. You're putting money away. You're being strategic. You're buying and trading amongst your kinsmen. And your kinsmen are people who love the Lord like you do, who love the light like you do, who want to see people win like you do. Your kinsman isn't just a racial or a color thing. It is a kindred spirit thing. And where's your spirit? Do you want to see other people win? I know I do. Hey, check this out. You will talk about wanting to see people win. If you want to see people win, check out LimbaFit. It is LIMBA fit.com. Check them out. They provide athleisure wear. They provide fitness gear, things that you can get out and move in to help you elevate your health, because trust me, your health is your wealth. Now, I told you once, I'll tell you again, I suffered a stroke in 2023, and was it 23 or 24? 24. In 2024, July of 2024, I suffered a stroke. And you know what? It was my health. It was the conditioning. It was the constant working out that made that scenario a bump in the road. It was a scenario, trust and believe, it was a situation, but it was a bump in the road. I recovered very fast because I stay working out, I stay fit. I'm not trying to be Mr. Universe. I'm trying to be Derek's Universe. I'm trying to be fit. That is part of my code, part of my non-negotiables, part of my identity. I am the one that was called and coded to help you elevate your life, to get the best out of yourself, because you are the goal that you seek. Now, I mentioned that health is wealth. That's just not me promoting LimbaFit. LimbaFit's dope. And we know that you can get some nice gear at limbafit.com. That's not the point. The point is that your health is the first step to acquiring true wealth. Think about it this way. If you feel crappy and you go to work, are you going to do your best work? If you're an entrepreneur or a business owner and you don't feel that great, if you feel tired all the time, are you able to do your best work? Everybody's depending on you. Your team at your job is depending on you. They're following your lead. Are you leading them to the promised land, or are you leading them into the wilderness? I'm here to lead you into the promised land. And the promised land says there is milk and honey right over there, and we do not have to walk 40 years to get there. I'm here to show you how to get to your promised land so much quicker with so much less delay, because that is the job that I was called and coded for. You need to figure out what you're called and coded for. You know, part of this journey is to get there in a good shape, is to get there. So we need to do a few things. The first thing that you need to do is you need to incorporate some silence into your daily life. We're talking about health and wealth, and we're talking about how to get you healthy so that we can get you wealthy. And if you don't know the two are tied together, then you just need to text me after the show. After the show, text me, because I'm going to walk you through what I've been through day and night, and how I help not only myself and my sons and my family and my circle. I'm going to show you what you need to do to elevate your health, because it leads to wealth. And when I go out there and I have an appointment, I have a meeting, I have a presentation, I have a speaking engagement, trust and believe I'm bringing all that Derek Gant energy, all of that godly, excellent energy, because I live by it day to day. And I know that if I slip and fall, my habits are going to put me right back on track. So we need to move in silence. Moving in silence, or having some silence throughout the day, number one, cuts the noise. It gives you a chance to see what you're really thinking. Who are you and what are you really thinking? Not what are they saying, not what are they promoting. What am I really thinking? That's the beauty of having a moment of silence periodically throughout the day. There's never a doubt that if you don't, you're not in control. You're not. The 24K Live Show, Sundays at 2 o'clock on Vibe106.com. Tap in, level up, be the goal. Hey, like I was trying to share with you, if you truly want to be the goal, you got to be in great shape. I mean, you have to be healthy, right? I think I shared with you before, one year we took my dad on a cruise, and, we're a black family. We didn't take a lot of vacations as kids, but as we got to be adults, we were able to take our parents on a vacation, on a cruise. My dad had a great time. He was 83 at the time. He was a master plumber for 40, 50 years. That means he was lifting heavy stuff and climbing in those crawl spaces. So my dad's body wasn't in the best shape. My dad had gout. So there were times when the boat docked and we were going to get off to go explore. He could not get off the boat. He couldn't go expand his wealth of knowledge, of experiences. And, my partner, Coach Dawn, always talks about, I'd rather have an experience over an item. If you want to give me something, give me an experience. Don't give me a bag or some shoes or a dress. Give me something that is an experience that enhances the excellence of my experience, of my life. And that's what we're talking about. We're talking about being in control, being silent, getting some sleep, making sure that you're constantly moving. Are you moving your body? You have to move. It's swear to you, I swear to you, it is a use it or lose it game when it comes to your health. If you're not thinking, if you're not challenging your mindset, if you're not moving your body, you are losing mobility, you're losing mental clarity, you are losing. And we are not here to lose, bro. Are you here to lose? Are you here to just get by? Are you here to live a mediocre life? If you are, you're listening to the wrong show. You're listening to the right station because the vibe will help you. But you're listening to the wrong show on the vibe because this particular part of the vibe is about elevation, about living at an incredibly high level. We are not here to just get by. We tired of getting by. Aren't you tired of getting by? I'm trying to get ahead. So let me review that. Health is wealth. We have to have some silence. That helps train our nervous system. That means we don't react. We're responding. You need to get some sleep to help your body and your mind recover. You need to move your body consistently. I already told you it's one of my non-negotiables. I have to work out. If I miss 2 days, we're done. I can't miss that third day. You have to have some clarity because clarity requires energy. When you move in silence, when you sit in silence, it gives you the opportunity to get a little more clarity. And then integrate this high vibe fitness philosophy as part of your strategy because you need this high vibe strategy and you need a high vibe fitness strategy and you need a high vibe financial strategy. You need a high vibe relationship strategy. If you're not talking to your significant other about what the plan is, about what the plan is in good times, what the plan is in tough times, if you aren't strategically maneuvering together, and let me tell you something, if you have a partner, spouse, girlfriend, boyfriend, whatever, if you have a partner, somebody that you call your partner, it's your person, and you are not strategically aligned with them, then there is no God there. Or not as much God as you would expect to be there. And this is what I mean. The Bible says that the word says, that the word is the word of God, says where two or more come together, touch and agree, I will be in their midst. Now, I don't know about your God, but my God don't play around with no bull. He don't play around with no mess. So that means if he's going to be in the mix, you got a strategy that's spot on. You got a strategy that even if it isn't spot on, he's in there with you because you're touching and agreeing. You're looking at the light. You're not looking at darkness, right? I don't like to say good and bad. I like to say light and dark. You're looking at the light. You're avoiding the dark. Your strategy is a plan to avoid darkness, which means that you're looking to share more light. I am the way, the truth, and the light. You know who said that, right? I am the way, the truth, and the light. So if you are looking to strategically develop more light, God says, I am with you. And my God isn't about playing in no mess. And if you are strategically aligned with your partner, your person, and it doesn't have to be your person, it could be a business partner, but you need to be aligned, right? You need to be aligned. God is in that. And if he's in that and you stick to the plan. So here's where we screw up. You get the plan, you touch and agree, but then you go sideways. The plan says we're going to go straight for 25 miles, and then we're going to exit left, and then we're going to go straight. But instead of going left, you decided last minute you wanted to go right. And I explained in one of my little posts this week that discipline, the definition of discipline, is doing and remembering what you want the most when you're being tempted by what's facing you right now. See, when you can overcome the impulse of immediate temptation that goes against your long-term plans, then you are going to win. And that's the beauty of this game. If you touch and agree, you have some support, you got God in the mix, how can you lose? Because even if it doesn't go exactly where you want it to, you are still going to be so much further ahead of where you would have been had you gone it alone. And I just need you to understand that this game has to be played the right way, or it's just not worth playing. It's not.
Are you feeling stuck in life and finances? Introducing the 24K Life Code mobile app, your ultimate solution for personal and financial support. Available now on Apple App and Google Play stores. Our app provides online coaching with expert life, business, money, nutrition, and fitness coaches. With over 25 transformative courses, you'll master goal setting, time management, personal money management, and accountability. For less than $1 a day, you gain full access, 365 days a year, to the support you need. Join our thriving community, share your daily wins, and let's build your 24K life together. Download the 24K Life Code mobile app today and start living your best life.
Yeah, hey, go get that app. I don't know why you playing. Ain't no reason to play. Go get that mobile app, 24K Life Code. It's available on your Apple and Google store.
Don't it feel good? Don't it feel good just to be? Don't it feel good just to be in God's hands? Don't it feel good? In God's hands, knowing that you're standing in God's hands. I'm living in these moments that I pray for. Standing in the purpose I was made for. I'm just walking in the hands of the Lord. Give me more, give me more, give me more. You went undercover with your grace. Detective, how you found me in my shame. But you didn't give me over to my chain. You arrested me with love, and you sentenced me to change. Mugshot looking different, I'm amazed. You pulled me out the grave that you found me in. If you had to run it back, you do it all again. Yeah, and I ain't stepping out. No, I'm locked in and I ain't stressing out. Counted in his hands when they count me out. Don't it feel good? Don't it feel good just to be? Don't it feel good just to be in God's hands? Don't it feel good? In God's hands, knowing that you're standing in God's hands. I just might scream. God's got his hands on me. Ain't no stains on me. Knowing that I'm covered by the blood, still so clean like Dove. My Jireh provider, he's my Abba, my Father. I know that you're for me, yeah. I can go the distance when it's the both of us. So just to know this kind of love, it's the way that you found me in the dark. When I was lost, you brought me home. Don't it feel good? Don't it feel good just to be? Don't it feel good just to be in God's hands? Don't it feel good? In God's hands, knowing that you're standing in God's hands.
Hey, run on, look, yeah. Don't it feel good? Living in his favor from the country to the hood. I don't want the paper when I got the holy book. Who'da thought that a crook like me would get courtside seats? Take a look, firm foundation. Standing 10 toes, I can never be complacent. Skyline views when you coming from the basement. Got me like, ooh, going with the praise.
Don't it feel good? Don't it feel good just to be? Don't it feel good just to be in God?
Hey, you want to talk about being in good hands tonight at 8 o'clock? DJ Mr. J, Jerome in the house. Jerome in the house. Hey, check him out, 8 o'clock tonight. DJ Mr. J's bringing you the best vibes on Vibe106.com. Hey, listen, we want to close the show out with some honesty, with some clarity, with some vulnerability, with some transparency. Listen to me carefully. I can't begin to tell you, I'm 59 years old, and all I want to do with the remaining 30 years that I have, whatever that number is, I'm going to say 30. It just makes me feel a little better to say 30, is to help my kids, my grandkids, which I have no grandkids. I have none. But to help my kids, my grandkids, which simply translate into my community, elevate so that we're not consistently focused on money. See, let's get the money so we're not focused on the money. See, when you have all of your needs met, and I know this for a fact, when you have all of your needs met, the next thing that you go to, the next thing on your list is sharing love, is sharing your light. Think about it. Anytime that you had plenty of cash, you were happy to help a homeless person, give them $5. Happy to, no problem. Your kids need a little help, no problem. When you are flush, then you are in a much better position to give, to share your wisdom. When you have everything that you need, you're not afraid to give away your little secrets to your baked cookies. Hey, Tara, how are you? I'm glad you said hello. I've been wondering who else was watching. Good to see. I see some other people watching too that haven't said hello. Tara Foster, one of my absolute favorites. What? Yes, at Tara Foster 7953 on YouTube. Check her out. Tara Foster on Instagram. Check her out. She's got some gear that you need to see. Anyway, you know, when you are flush, when you have your house, when you have your car, when you have the things you need, you want, when you're doing the things the way you want to flow, you're really cool, really open to give to others. That's what I want for our people, because if I spread it to one other person and they spread it to one other person and they spread it to one other person, and I'm continuing to pick new people to spread it to, man, we can turn this thing around. We don't care who's in the White House, the Black House, the Yellow House, or the Orange House. We don't care who's in there. We have our standards that we live by. We have our resources that we are assured of. You know, like I think I shared with you last summer that I was going to take up some gardening. Hey, we need to go back to the basics and know that we can be self-sufficient as we move through this monotony of craziness. Now, I've already played a song called I Believe, but I can't help but play you Dr. Ferris Hill's song, I Believe, because I do believe, and the more I can get you to believe that you have everything that you need to go out there in this world and deliver some greatness. And if you don't believe that by delivering greatness that people want, that people need, that they will pay you for it, it will come back to you. It is just the way God works. It's reaping and sowing. It's sowing and reaping. So I'm telling you, you've been reaping these good seeds, and now it's time for the harvest. And if you haven't been reaping good seeds, it's time for you. It's time for you to start sowing better seeds. It is not too late. Our God is so great, it can never be too late. I'm Derek Gann. This is the 24K Live Show on Vibe106.com. We'll be back next Sunday at 2 o'clock Eastern Time to celebrate continuing to set our code, to level up our life, and to live every inch of what God gave us. But you gotta believe, you gotta believe.
Just believe in yourself. Just believe. Just believe. Just believe. You can take it. Just believe. You can make it. Just believe. You'll get through it. Just believe. Just believe.
Have a great week, everybody. Make sure you keep believing. All right, fam. Thank you for watching. I appreciate you. Hey, invite other people to the show every Sunday, 2 o'clock, here on YouTube, here on Vibe106.com. I'm Derek Gann. Be your best. Get the best. Leave nothing to chance.